Today we have a little bit of a fender issue on this old backhoe. I think you can see that it's kind of just a little bit wobbly because the supports here have rusted out. Problem is, these two bolts I know will break off and then I'll have to drill it out. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the heads off and take the fender off, and then I can use my torch set to heat that up and get the studs out. And then once we get it off, then we can clean up the old steel pieces, and I got some new channel there that I can weld in there and try out my new Miller-matic welder. I've cut the heads of the bolts off, remove the other bolt, and now we're going to remove the fender. It looks like I got to use a crowbar. Now we're going to heat up the metal around the bolt. It took quite a bit of heating and some beating with the hammer too on the top, but I got it loose, and now we're going to do the other one. Well, I got them both out. Now I can measure them, and that should be the length plus the heads, and the holes are actually pretty good, so we can bolt the new fender on, or the fender, the repaired fender. Use the a cutoff wheel in my little 4.5-inch grinder to cut the pieces to fit in there. And as you can see, I have the two channels sitting in there. Now I have to make sure that the edges that I'm going to weld onto that are all clean. One of the worst things you can have is rust in your weld, so try and get that all out, but that's going to be a little difficult. So, but that's what I'm going to work on next. Okay, so I welded with my new welder. Some of the, still getting used to it, but it seems to weld pretty nice. Big globs there, and I had to grind away a little bit there, get a relief for the head of the bolt. They both tightened down nicely, and this is not budging at all. It's solid, so I'm happy about that. Now the tire goes back on, and we're done with fixing the fender. If you like what you see, please subscribe.